Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Talking Practice. I'm Lily, and I'm so excited to have you here today.
And I'm David. Hey, everyone. Today, we have an extremely practical topic that you'll use constantly in English.
That's right. Today, we're talking about how to discuss your job in English. This is one of the most common conversation topics you'll encounter.
Absolutely. Whether you're at a networking event, meeting new people socially, on a job interview, or just making small talk, people will ask about your job.
By the end of this episode, you'll know how to describe what you do, talk about your responsibilities, discuss your workplace, and answer common questions about your career.
This is essential for professionals, job seekers, students, and anyone who wants to talk about their work confidently in English.
Before we get to work on today's lesson, don't forget to subscribe to English Talking Practice and hit that notification bell.
All right, Lily, let's start with the most basic question. What's the number one question people ask about your job?
The most common question is definitely, what do you do? Or what do you do for a living? This is the standard way to ask about someone's job.
Right. You might also hear, what's your job? Or what do you do for work? Or what kind of work do you do? These all mean the same thing.
And in more formal situations, people might ask, what's your profession? Or what field are you in? These sound more professional.
Perfect. Now, how do we answer these questions? Let's start with the simplest responses.
The most basic answer is, I'm a, followed by your job title. For example, I'm a teacher, or I'm a software engineer, or I'm a nurse.
You can also say, I work as a, like, I work as a graphic designer, or I work as an accountant. This is equally common.
Another option is, I'm in, followed by the field. For example, I'm in marketing, or I'm in finance, or I'm in healthcare.
And if you want to be more specific about your employer, you can say, I work for. For example, I work for Google, or I work for a small startup.
You can combine these. Say, I'm a marketing manager and I work for a tech company, or I work as a nurse at City Hospital.
Perfect. Now let's talk about different job titles and professions. Let's organize them by industry.
Great idea. Let's start with business and office jobs. Common titles include manager, director, executive, analyst, consultant, coordinator.
In finance and accounting, accountant, financial analyst, auditor, bookkeeper, investment banker, CFO, that's chief financial officer.
In marketing and sales, marketing manager, sales representative, account executive, brand manager, social media manager, copywriter.
In technology, software engineer, programmer, web developer, data scientist, IT specialist, system administrator, UX designer.
In healthcare, doctor, nurse, surgeon, dentist, pharmacist, physical therapist, medical assistant, paramedic.
In education, teacher, professor, principal, tutor, school counselor, librarian, teaching assistant.
In creative fields, graphic designer, artist, photographer, writer, editor, musician, actor, filmmaker.
In hospitality and service, chef, waiter, bartender, hotel manager, event planner, travel agent.
In construction and trades, electrician, plumber, carpenter, mechanic, engineer, architect, contractor.
And in law and government, lawyer, attorney, judge, paralegal, police officer, firefighter, government official.
Excellent overview. Now let's talk about describing your responsibilities. This comes up in deeper conversations about jobs.
Right. You can start with, my main responsibility is, or I'm responsible for, or my job involves, followed by your duties.
For example, my main responsibility is managing the sales team, or I'm responsible for creating marketing campaigns, or my job involves analyzing financial data.
You can also use I spend most of my time, or a typical day involves, or my duties include to describe what you actually do.
For example, I spend most of my time meeting with clients, or a typical day involves writing code and testing software, or my duties include teaching classes and grading papers.
You can list them when you have multiple responsibilities. I do a variety of things, including, followed by several tasks.
For example, I do a variety of things, including managing social media, creating content, and analyzing engagement metrics.
Perfect. Now let's talk about where you work. People often ask, where do you work? Or who do you work for?
You can answer with the company name, I work for Microsoft, or I work at General Hospital, or I'm employed by ABC Corporation.
If it's not a well-known company, you might need to explain. I work for a small marketing agency, or I work at a family-owned restaurant, or I'm with a nonprofit organization.
You can also mention the location. I work downtown, or I work in the financial district, or my office is in the suburbs.
And nowadays, many people work remotely. You might say, I work from home, or I work remotely, or I'm fully remote, or I have a hybrid schedule.
Great. Now let's discuss company size and type. You might need to describe this when explaining where you work.
Right. For size, you can say, I work for a large corporation, or I work at a small startup, or it's a medium-sized company, or we have about 50 employees.
For type, you might say it's a tech company, or we're a consulting firm, or it's a nonprofit organization, or we're a family business.
You could also mention it's a Fortune 500 company, which means a very large, successful company, or it's a startup, which means a new, growing company.
Now let's talk about your work environment and culture. This comes up in deeper conversations about jobs.
Right. You might describe the atmosphere. It's a fast-paced environment, or it's pretty laid back, or it's very corporate, or we have a casual culture.
Or the work style. It's very collaborative, or I work independently most of the time, or we work in teams, or it's quite competitive.
You can talk about flexibility. We have flexible hours, or it's pretty rigid, or there's a good work-life balance, or the hours are long.
And the people. My colleagues are great, or I have a supportive team, or my boss is really understanding, or everyone is very professional.
Perfect. Now let's talk about how to express your career path and experience.
Right. When people ask about your background, you might say, I've been in this field for 5 years, or I've been doing this for a while, or I'm new to this industry.
You can describe how you got into your field, like, I studied marketing in college, or I worked my way up from an entry-level position, or I changed careers a few years ago.
Or your progression. I started as an intern and now I'm a manager. Or I've been promoted twice. Or I've held several positions in this company.
You might also say, I've always been interested in this field, or I fell into it by accident, or it wasn't my original plan, but I love it.
Now let's discuss education and qualifications when discussing your job.
People might ask, what did you study? Or what's your educational background? Or what qualifications do you have?
You can answer, I have a degree in engineering, or I studied business administration, or I have a master's in psychology.
Or mention certifications. I'm a certified public accountant, or I have my teaching license, or I'm certified in project management.
You might also say, my degree is in biology, but I work in sales now, or I'm self-taught, or I learned through on-the-job training.
Perfect. Now let's discuss how to express feelings about your job. This makes conversations more personal and interesting.
Right. For positive feelings, I love my job, or I really enjoy what I do, or it's very fulfilling, or I find it rewarding.
You might say, I'm passionate about my work, or it's my dream job, or I couldn't imagine doing anything else, or I wake up excited to work.
For neutral feelings, it's a good job, or it pays the bills, or it's fine, nothing special, or it has its pros and cons.
For negative feelings, I'm not crazy about it, which means you don't love it, or it's stressful, or I'm thinking about a change, or it's not what I expected.
You can be honest but professional. It's challenging but rewarding. Or there are aspects I enjoy and aspects I don't. Or I'm noting a lot, even though it's tough.
Now let's talk about work challenges and stress. This is common in realistic job conversations.
Right. You might say, the workload is heavy, or the hours are long, or there's a lot of pressure, or deadlines are tight.
Or it's very demanding, or the job can be stressful, or I'm constantly multitasking, or there's never a dull moment, which can be positive or negative.
For specific challenges, you might say, I deal with difficult clients sometimes, or the commute is exhausting, or there's not much room for growth, or the pay could be better.
Now let's discuss positive aspects of jobs. People often ask, what do you like about your job?
You might say, I love the people I work with, or the benefits are excellent, or I have great work-life balance, or every day's different.
Or I get to be creative, or I'm constantly learning, or I make a difference in people's lives, or the pay is good, or I have job security.
You could say, I appreciate the flexibility, or I love the company culture, or there are opportunities for advancement, or I get to travel for work.
Perfect. Now let's talk about career goals and aspirations. This often comes up in conversations.
People might ask, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Or what are your career goals? Or do you plan to stay in this field?
You can answer, I'd like to move into management eventually, or I want to start my own business someday, or I hope to become a specialist in my field.
Or I'm working toward a promotion, or I'd like to transition into a different area, or I plan to go back to school for an advanced degree.
You might also say, I'm happy where I am for now, or I'm still figuring things out, or I'm open to opportunities.
Now let's practice everything with a full dialogue. This is where we put it all together.
Perfect. Let's imagine two people meeting at a networking event discussing their jobs. I'll start.
Sounds good.
Hi, I'm David. Nice to meet you.
Hi, David. I'm Lily. Nice to meet you too. So what do you do?
I'm a software engineer. I work for a tech company here in the city. What about you?
Oh, interesting. I am a marketing manager at a mid-sized advertising agency downtown.
That sounds exciting. What does your job involve exactly?
Well, I'm responsible for developing marketing strategies for our clients. I spend most of my time meeting with clients, managing campaigns, analyzing data, and overseeing my team of 5 people.
Wow, so you manage a team too. How long have you been doing that?
I've been a manager for about 2 years now. Before that, I was a marketing coordinator for 3 years at the same company. I worked my way up.
That's impressive. Do you enjoy the management side of things?
I do, actually. At first, I was nervous about managing people, but I really enjoy mentoring my team and seeing them grow. It's very rewarding. The challenging part is balancing the management responsibilities with my own project work.
I can imagine. What do you like most about your job?
I love the creative aspect, coming up with innovative campaigns and seeing them come to life. I also appreciate the variety. Every client is different, so I'm constantly learning new industries and tackling new challenges. What about you? What does your day-to-day look like?
My job involves writing code, debugging software, and collaborating with other developers. I'm currently working on a mobile app project. I spend a lot of time in meetings too, actually, more than I'd like.
Ha, welcome to the world of too many meetings. What kind of company do you work for?
It's a startup, actually. We have about 30 employees. We're developing productivity software for businesses. It's a pretty fast-paced environment.
Startups can be exciting. How long have you been there?
About a year and a half. Before this, I worked for a large corporation for 5 years. The startup environment is completely different, much more dynamic, but also less stable.
That makes sense. What made you switch?
I wanted more responsibility and the chance to have a real impact. At the big company, I was just a small cog in a huge machine. Here, my work actually makes a visible difference in the product. Plus, the culture is much more relaxed.
That makes sense. Do you work from home or go into an office?
We have a hybrid setup. I go into the office 2 or 3 days a week and work from home the rest of the time. I really like the flexibility. What about you?
I'm in the office most days, unfortunately. Our company is more traditional in that way. I work from home maybe once a month if I really need to. I'd love more remote flexibility.
Yeah, that does seem restrictive. Do you like your company overall, though?
I do. The people are great, and I've learned so much there. The work is interesting and the pay is competitive. My only complaints are the lack of remote work options, and sometimes the workload can be overwhelming.
What do you mean by overwhelming?
Well, we're a relatively small agency, so sometimes we take on more clients than we can handle comfortably. That means late nights, tight deadlines, and a lot of stress during busy periods. But that's advertising for you.
I hear that. Startups can be similar. When we're trying to meet a product launch deadline, it's all hands on deck. I've worked some 12-hour days recently.
Exactly. That's the reality of our industries. Do you see yourself staying in the startup world?
That's a good question. I'm not sure yet. I love the energy and the impact I can have, but I do miss some of the stability and benefits of a larger company. Maybe I'll look for something in between eventually, a more established company but still innovative.
That sounds like a good balance. What about long term? Do you want to stay in software engineering?
I think so, but I'd like to move into a more senior role eventually, maybe a lead developer or engineering manager position. I'm also interested in product management, being involved in the strategic side, not just the technical implementation.
That's a natural progression. Have you talked to your company about those goals?
A bit. We're still small, so there's not a clear path yet, but my CEO knows I'm interested in taking on more responsibility.
What about you? Where do you see your career going?
Great question. I'd love to become a marketing director eventually, overseeing multiple departments. Or maybe I'll go the entrepreneurial route and start my own agency someday. I'm passionate about mentoring, so I could see myself moving into a consulting or coaching role.
Those all sound like great options. You clearly have the skills and ambition. How did you get into marketing in the first place?
I actually studied communications in college. I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do, but I knew I was interested in media and messaging. I did an internship at an advertising agency during my senior year and fell in love with it.
That's awesome. It's great when you find something you're passionate about. Did you always want to work in a corporate environment?
Not really. I actually thought I might go into journalism initially, but I discovered I preferred the business side of communications rather than reporting. What about you? Did you always want to be a software engineer? I've always been into computers and technology. I taught myself to code when I was in high school, and I knew pretty early that I wanted to pursue it as a career. I got a computer science degree and started working right after graduation.
That's really cool that you taught yourself first. Do you think the degree was necessary, or could you have made it without it?
That's debatable. The degree definitely helped me get my first job and gave me foundational knowledge. But honestly, I learned more practical skills through personal projects and on-the-job experience. These days, there are so many online resources and boot camps that you don't necessarily need a traditional degree.
That's interesting. Our industry is similar. There are different paths into marketing. Some people have degrees, others are self-taught, and some come from completely different backgrounds. Experience and portfolio matter more than credentials.
Exactly. I think that's becoming more common across industries. Speaking of which, do you ever think about making a career change, or are you happy in marketing?
I'm pretty happy where I am. Marketing allows me to be strategic and creative at the same time, which I love. But I'm always open to new opportunities. If something really exciting came along, I'd consider it. You never know what life will bring.
That's a healthy attitude. I feel the same way. I'm enjoying what I'm doing now, but I try to stay open-minded and keep developing new skills. The job market changes so fast these days.
So true. It's important to keep learning and adapting. Well, David, it's been really nice talking with you. It's always interesting to hear about other people's careers.
Absolutely. I enjoyed our conversation, Lily. Here, let me give you my business card. Maybe we can connect on LinkedIn.
That would be great. Here's mine as well. Let's stay in touch.
Sounds good. Enjoy the rest of the event.
You too. Take care.
Wow, that was a comprehensive conversation about jobs.
It really was. We covered job titles, responsibilities, company culture, career paths, challenges, likes and dislikes, and future goals.
And notice how natural the conversation flowed. We asked follow-up questions and showed genuine interest in each other's careers.
Exactly. That's key in networking and professional conversations. Now let's do a quick recap of the most important vocabulary and phrases.
Perfect. Number 1, asking about jobs. What do you do? What do you do for a living? What's your profession? What field are you in?
Number 2, answering. I work as a, I'm in, I work for, I'm employed by.
Number 3, describing responsibilities. I'm responsible for, my job involves, I spend most of my time, my duties include.
Number 4, talking about workplace. I work for a large corporation. It's a startup. I work remotely. We have a hybrid schedule.
Number 5, work environment. It's fast-paced, it's laid back, very collaborative, good work-life balance.
Number 6, career path. I've been in this field for, I worked my way up. I changed careers. I've been promoted.
Number 7, expressing feelings. I love my job. It's rewarding. It's stressful. It has its pros and cons.
Number 8, challenges. The workload is heavy. The hours are long. There's a lot of pressure. It's demanding.
Number 9, positive aspects. Great benefits. Excellent colleagues. I'm constantly learning. Every day is different.
And number 10, career goals. I'd like to move into management. I want to start my own business. I'm working toward a promotion.
Excellent recap. Now let's practice pronunciation of common job-related words.
Repeat after us. Career, career. 2 syllables. Your profession or life's work.
Responsibility. Responsibility. 6 syllables. Your duties or tasks.
Colleague, colleague. 2 syllables. A coworker.
Professional. Professional. 4 syllables. Relating to work or a skilled person.
Management. Man-age-ment. 3 syllables. The people who run a company.
Promotion. Promotion. 3 syllables. Advancing to a higher position.
Qualification. Qualification. 5 syllables. Your credentials or skills.
Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. 4 syllables. Someone who starts a business.
Now let's cover common mistakes when talking about jobs.
Mistake number 1. Confusing job and work. Job is a specific position. Work is the activity. Say, I have a good job and I have a lot of work today.
Mistake number 2, wrong prepositions. Say, I work for Google, company. I work in marketing, field. I work at the office, location. I work as a teacher, position.
Mistake number 3. Using make instead of do. Say, what do you do? Not, what do you make, unless you're asking about salary.
Mistake number 4, being too vague. Instead of just, I'm in business, say, I'm in business development, or I work in corporate sales.
Mistake number 5. Oversharing negative feelings. It's okay to be honest, but stay professional. Say, I'm looking for new opportunities, rather than I hate my boss.
Great reminders. Now some bonus phrases for job conversations.
For experience level, I'm entry level, I'm mid-career, I'm senior level, I'm an executive.
For job changes, I'm job hunting.
I'm looking for opportunities. I just started a new position. I recently switched companies.
For workplace relationships, I report to, I supervise, I collaborate with, I work closely with.
For achievements, I led a successful project. I exceeded my targets. I received an award. I was promoted to.
For work schedule, I work full-time, I'm part-time, I freelance, I'm self-employed, I'm a contractor.
These are all super useful. All right, everyone, time for our question of the day.
Today's question is, what do you do for a living and what's your favorite part about your job? Practice answering in complete sentences.
This is perfect practice for introducing yourself professionally. Include your job title, what you do, and something positive about it.
You might say, I'm a high school teacher. I teach English and literature. My favorite part is seeing students have those aha moments when they finally understand something.
Or, I work as a graphic designer for a creative agency. I love the variety. Every project is different, and I get to bring ideas to life visually.
Practice your answer and leave it in the comments. We'd love to learn about what you do.
All right, everyone, time to clock out from today's episode. Thank you so much for joining us to learn about discussing your job in English.
We hope you feel confident talking about your career now.
Don't forget to subscribe to English Talking Practice and turn on notifications.
Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful.
Share it with friends or colleagues who are learning English.
And leave comments about your job or career. We love hearing from you.
Remember, talking about your job is often the first topic in professional networking, so being comfortable with this vocabulary is crucial.
Practice these phrases out loud. Use them in real conversations and they'll become natural.
And always remember to show genuine interest when others talk about their jobs too. Ask follow-up questions and listen actively.
Great advice. From both of us here at English Talking Practice, we wish you success in your career.
Keep practicing, keep improving, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Thanks for joining us today.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye and happy learning.